Hello cheerleaders, welcome back to another episode on this channel with Debbie. I hope this meets you all well. I'm happy to be here too. We have another interesting topic to discuss today. But before we get into it, please don't forget to click on the like button if you enjoy the video. And don't forget to comment. Please share your thoughts with us on the topic also in the comment section below. Share experiences so that we can have an interactive community where edifying discussions are, made so that we can all learn from one another and we can be the holistic being God is calling each of us to be. And please don't forget to share. If you've enjoyed it and you think that someone else can find it helpful, please feel free to share. And finally, don't forget to subscribe. Yes, please subscribe. Please click on the subscribe button below where you can see it, so you can join the Cherry Dearest family. And also don't forget to click on the notification bell down below also, so that you can get notified whenever I post a new video on this channel, so you don't miss out on the interest, okay? Well, thank you so much for being a part of this family. I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much. I love to have all of you on this channel. So let's get into today's discussion. So we're going to talk about something really interesting today. Waiting for a partner, or while you're single, there are a lot of challenges that single folks pass through, face because you're single. And one of the biggest one is that time of waiting, especially when you're a child of God and you're waiting prayerfully, trying to make the right choice and not jumping on any opportunity or any available person, so you're waiting on God for the right person. That period can be quite challenging. That period can be quite frustrating sometimes, because you're like, when are you coming? Like, Lord, what's happening? So in today's discussion, we're going to try and discuss things we can do to get busy during this time, ways we can actively wait is like when you're waiting and you're doing the right thing, you're waiting, doing something, not waiting and just like staying back and not doing anything. So actively wait. Those are things that we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to list up some points I feel that it's going to be helpful. You're going to find it useful if you're also in the waiting phase. Points are things that we can do during this period, to make your waiting period profitable, to lay a good foundation for when you finally get a partner, or when you finally meet the right person for you. So let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is discover and develop. I feel like that's like a topic you probably get used to right now, or get used to now if you being very active on my channel, because most times I say discover and develop. Because I feel like life, you have to discover, you have to know who you are, you have to know what you want in life, you have to have a direction. I think that influences a lot of things in your life. It influences the decisions, going to affect the decisions you make. If you don't have direction, it's also going to affect the decisions you make. You make decisions that are just off point. So yeah, today the first one we're going to talk about is discover and develop. What are you discovering? It's the same thing, discover yourself. There's a time in life, and I think that if you're young and you're maybe even in the waiting phase, or even if you're in a relationship, there's a time to sit back and discover, sit back and think. It's like self-retrospect. I don't know, introspect, I don't know if that's the right word. I'm going to check it's correct and put it on the screen. But what I'm trying to say is that it's a time where you have to sit back, take a break and say, okay, who am I? What do I want out of life? I don't just want to go through the cycles, what is it that's should I say particular in my life? What is it that I want to do? What do I want to live for? Yeah, if you check the what's it called, Canopy Brothers series we did, What do I want to live for? Find that, discover your flaws, discover your strengths, discover the virtues, discover your weaknesses, because when you know these things, you're able to work on them. You're able to strengthen your strengths, improve on your strengths, and know that, okay, this is where I'm strong, and it's going to affect the decisions you make. Okay, I can do this better because I know I'm good at this. Okay, it's just gonna affect you. But if you know like your weaknesses, your flaws, the things that you're not good at, it's also gonna help you. Okay, I may not be able to do this really well because I know this is something I'm not good at. Or if it's a flaw, this is something that is not healthy. This is something that I can change, I can work on, because if I don't work on it, it's probably going to affect me negatively. So when you discover and develop, I tell you, it puts a lot of things into perspective. You're able to make better decisions, informed decisions. You're able to go through life with a more positive outlook, I would say. So yeah, discover and develop. And how do you do this? One of the biggest ways that you can discover and develop is to read books. Read good books. See, I know it's not everyone who loves to read books, or like reading is your hobby, but I feel like this is something you can do, something you can learn, something you can be intentional about, because the treasures and the gems that are in a book. And one of the books I'm going to recommend for you is Why You Act the Way You Do by Tim LaHaye. Like, that book is... If you also follow me a lot, you know that I talk about that book a lot. It's because I have read the book, and the book has been like very instrumental to my own personal discovery and development. So that's why I can, gladly and confidently share with you. And with the help of the Holy Spirit, you can, work on these things, maybe the flaws. You can, drop the habits you have to drop. You can be intentional and say, hey, this is something that I have to drop, something I have to let go because it's not going to help me, because it's going to affect me negatively. So that is that. And then the things that your strengths, you can also build on them. You can say, okay, I'm going to keep pushing on this. Okay, I'm going to develop this. Aside to reading good books, there are also some programs you can go for, workshops also you can, attend or register for, that's going to help you, like self-developmental programs that can help you, develop, help you to be that holistic human that God has called you to be. The second thing is surround yourself with healthy people. See, they say, show me your friend, I'll tell you who you are, right? Yeah, it's not exactly cliche, it's true, because you unconsciously pick up on the things that are around you. You unconsciously pick up on your environment. So if you surround yourself with people that are not so, okay, let's speak about positives. If you surround yourself with people that are healthy, you have healthy relationships. And when I mean healthy, actually, don't get me wrong, I don't mean healthy like health in body necessarily. I mean healthy in the mind. People that will add value to you, people that will kind of help you improve, people that will boost your confidence in a good way, people that they can influence you into right, they can influence you into a good path, they can influence you into positive things. They send you positive vibes. I think that's the word, yes. But yeah, I'm talking about people that when you stay around them, you just feel refreshed, they encourage you to write, they spur you to the things of God, So yeah, and also building relationships will also affect, it also has to do with your family, to friends. It's not until you get into a romantic relationship with the people around you, your colleagues, your acquaintances, people around you generally, you can also develop that good relationship, healthy relationship. That way you're training, that way you're working on your entire relationship or interpersonal skills. Also, that's very important. And one of the biggest relationships you can, work on, develop real good, is your relationship with God. Like, that's the basis for life. I say that every time I have the opportunity to be here, that's the basis for life. Your relationship with God, it puts things into perspective. It puts things into, makes things just clear. Yeah. So your relationship with God, this time when you're single, you have more time also, you have less responsibilities. So you can put in more time in your relationship with God. You can build that foundation now. You can, develop that relationship, that talking relationship with God, so that as you go on in life, you're going to need this. You're going to need your relationship with God because it's the basis of life. It's what you're standing on. So it's going to affect other relationships too, I must say. So this is a time to also develop that real good while you're waiting. The next thing is that you should get busy. Did you hear that? Get busy. Well, don't be the kind of person that's waiting, especially for ladies. I feel like this is more, it's not specific to ladies, not specific. Well, it's more common with ladies, so it's something that's more related to ladies. Like, hey, you're staying back, you're maybe, especially maybe when you've graduated from school or, college, university, whatever it is, and maybe you've even gotten a job, you're working and all that, and it's like, right now, what I'm waiting for is someone to get married to. So this is not the time for you to just sit back doing nothing, or I'm waiting. No, get about your business. I mean, you have a life before a spouse, so why do you have to keep your life on hold because you're waiting for a spouse or partner? No, keep working, have your goals, your visions, your dreams, keep working, keep pursuing these things. It can be from maybe spiritual matters, like developing yourself spiritually. It may be about your education. Maybe, for instance, you did not complete your studies. For instance, you can go for it, you can complete it. Or maybe you want to further your studies, you can do that. Or you even want to take like professional courses, you can do that also. So it's not like everything has to be on hold because you're waiting for a spouse. No, you have a life. Keep living, my dear. So to the gentlemen, to also keep living. Don't just stay your wait. No, you have to. But I feel like they're more specific to ladies, because usually the gentlemen will want to keep pushing and get as much as they can get before they get a partner. But for ladies, so this, I think this is more specific to my dear ladies. Just get busy doing something. That's why you have to discover. That discovery helps you. You know what you want to live for. You know what your purpose is. You know what your plan is, and you're walking in that direction. You're walking in that that direction to where you want to be. And while you're walking there, you will find a partner that is for you. They say find purpose before partner. It's important. Also about getting busy, you can learn a trade, learn a trade. You can maybe acquire a skill. You can get into some kind of business, lucrative business that's going to help you also to get some additional money or another source of income. There are a lot of things you can do while you're waiting. So just keep living. I think that's the summary of this part. Keep living while you're waiting. Yeah. And a bit more hammer on purpose. Yeah, there's a general purpose God has for everyone, but there's a specific purpose to you as a person, as an individual. And this is something you're going to discover in the place of discovery. And you're also going to make efforts to develop whatever it is, the purpose. And it's also going to kind of fine-tune your choices, like what you do. Maybe, for instance, if it's a purpose about some kind of, should I say, business or some kind of future prospects. So you may even get some additional skills, like in tune or in line with what your purpose is, what your plan is, So yeah, purpose is very important. It gives you direction, and then also helps you with even choice of a life partner, because when you know that, this person is not compatible with my purpose, this person is not compatible with what I believe God is calling me into. I mean, we can't blend in this. We are not finding a common ground here. It's also going to influence that, so that you don't live a life that's just exist and not living. You really want to fully live, discover purpose, and find a partner that's going to work with you in that purpose. That's that on today's edition. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned one or two things, from what I talked about today. And please don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section below, because we're all learning. So let's make it interactive so that someone else can learn from your own experiences, and we can all become better. Alright, so thank you so much for joining today. Before we go, let's just say a word of prayer. Father, I thank you so much for everything you have done. Thank you for helping us to be who you want us to be. You're calling us and we respond. For as many as are waiting, even in this time, Lord, I pray and ask, oh God, that you give everyone the grace to wait patiently on you, that we can have the right, we can make the right decisions, and we can really walk in your perfect will for us, and that the purpose of it will be fulfilled. That's to bring glory to your name and to be a blessing to others as we enjoy being your will. Thank you so much for everything you've done. We give you praise. Lord, I pray for everyone who's listening that you will visit everyone, you take care of everyone, and bless us all. In Jesus' name. So thank you so much. Till next time, I'm Daddy. Bye.